How you doing, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you all how to program a remote key fob for a 2018 Trax. What I did was I lost, when I bought the car, it only had one key fob, and the other key fob mysteriously went missing, so the car is dead in the water. I had to go on eBay and order new key fobs, which was cheaper than going to GM. And I'll show you the manual shows how to program the key fob right in the operator's manual of the for the car. So I'm going to go use that step by step, and I'll show you how it all works out. Hopefully it programs the keys I have, and I'll be able to start the car and use it again. Okay, there's the culprit. I'll show you what I'm going to do here to program this fob. The book, as you can see here, that's the manual for the Trax. And inside the manual, they have a section, and they talk about programming. There's a whole bunch of scenarios, but this one is programming without recognized transmitters. If two currently recognized transmitters are not available, follow this procedure. Up to 8 transmitters can be programmed. This feature is not available in Canada. This procedure will take approximately 30 minutes to complete. The vehicle must be off, and all transmitters must be programmed that are going to be, and that they must be with you on your body, I guess. The first thing you have to do is insert the key that's in the transmitter. That comes with the transmitter. And I'll show you. These are the 2 transmitters I got off of eBay. And oops, shit. Dropped the key. And this is what they're talking about. You have to remove this and insert it in your key lock on your door, and it says turn the key to the unlock position 5 times within 10 seconds. And then the driver information center should display remote learn pending, please wait. And so we're supposed to wait for 10 minutes. So that's what I'll do next. Okay, I'm going to do the first step is to insert this key into the lock mechanism of the car and go back and forth, unlock and lock 5 times within 10 seconds. And on your display, if you can see that, it says remote learn pending, please wait. And I have both the fobs with me here. And it says in the book, which I'm going to have to go get, it says that you have to wait 10 minutes, and then it tells you what to do on your next step. Let me go get the book out of my truck. Okay. It says wait 10 minutes until the DIC, the Driver Information Center. Okay, so I have to wait 10 minutes and then it will prompt me to press the engine start button to learn. So we're about a minute into it, so let's see what happens. The next step after, when you press the start button, the display will again show remote learn pending, please wait. And then you're supposed to repeat step 2 additional times. After the third time, all previously known transmitters will no longer work with the vehicle. Remaining transmitters can be relearned during the next steps. Press engine start button. I'm pressing the engine start button. Remote learn pending process. Please wait. Got the next notification, press engine start button to learn. So I'm gonna, this is the second time. And it says, please wait, pending, learning pending. So we wait another 10 minutes. It's freezing. Well, my other camera just went out, so I have to use my phone now. What just happened is I thought I was on the third cycle, but it came up the display saying ready to program transmitter 1, which means you have to place the transmitter in the cup holder, and I have done that. It said place the transmitter in the front cup holder and press engine start button. When the transmitter is learned, the driver information center will show that it is ready to program next transmitter. So when that happens, I will do that, if I'm not frozen to death yet. Okay, while you were away, I put the key into the, as suggested on the book, I put this key into the front cup holder and waited for 10 minutes because the book said you were supposed to wait until the display would show ready for to program next key. Well, I sat here for 10 minutes, or actually 15 minutes, and it never showed anything on the display. So I hit the button, I hit the start button, and the start button came up and said ready to program key number 2. So I took this key out and excuse me, I think I'm catching cold from sitting in here. I hit the unlock button like they suggested, and then I put this key in the front cup holder and hit the start button, stop button on the dash, and it indicated on the display screen, which is not up here because I didn't catch it. It displayed that the key was programmed. So I took that out and hit the unlock button, and so currently we have both keys. I don't know whether you can hear this. They're locking and unlocking. That second key, and this is the main key. Lock. And now we'll see whether it will start the car. It's alive. My remote start's not working, but at least inside the car. Maybe it won't work when it's inside the car. Yeah, I might also add, before I attempted to do this, I talked with a technician. He suggested that before you attempt it, that you make sure the battery, put a trickle charger on it for a while to make sure the battery's charged up, because for this process to work, the battery has to be up to a certain amperage. So you have to make sure your battery's up to snuff. So before you attempt this with your remotes, programming remotes, make sure that your battery is charged fully. So let's see, we'll go outside and give it a whirl and see whether the remote start works. I learned early on that the remote will not work if your hood is open or your back hatch is open. And one other thing I forgot to mention earlier when I was trying to check to see whether my remote start worked on the car, and I was inside the car. I think that was the problem. And also when I stepped out of the car, I tried starting it. And one thing you got to be aware of on these remote starts is my hood was open, and that's why it wasn't starting. And also, if your hatch is open or your hood's open, the remote start will not work. So so after I realized what I had done, because I had the charger on the car in the front, all you have to do is make sure the hood's shut, everything's shut, hit the door lock, and then hit the remote start button, and it starts. So I was successful in doing my key fob deal, even though it is freezing outside. So also at the end of the process of doing the key fobs, after you do the last key fob and you unlock, hit the unlock button to make sure to do the final step on the key fob deal. You need to push the start stop button, which is right there. Okay, we've talked about that. And for 10 seconds, you have to, after all the fobs are programmed, you need to hit the start stop button for 10 seconds, and that ends the programming process. So that's the last step that needs to be done on the key fob programming. Hopefully this will help you out, and your experience will be a positive one, rather than having to take it to a dealership and costing you an arm and a leg to have your fobs programmed. Oh, the one thing I alluded to on the video, you have to put the key in to the door and turn the unlock and lock 5 times within 10 seconds. One thing you are tied to the dealership with, if you don't have the key code to your key of your fob, you'll have to go to the dealership and get that key code. And with that key code, that will cut the key for your particular car. You'll need to have your VIN number, take a proof of ID and everything else to the dealership. I had to take my title and my driver's license and prove to them that it was actually my car, and then they were nice enough to take the key fob and remove the key and get the key code and cut my key for me. And you'll need that to do the programming of the fob, because it has to fit your door and unlock. So that's one thing that you're going to have to go to your dealership to get. Hope that helps.